Yo, 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 welcome back to Kwesi Bowl TV. Welcome to LFC Late Night Vibes at the barbershop. I'm about to close this barbershop up and we need to talk. We just need to vibe out, talk about, what's going on yesterday and what's happening on Sunday. Everything that has to do with Liverpool and anything else. It's a late night vibe. We could talk whatever. But before we do it, please share, subscribe, like. Don't forget that notification bell, very, very important, so you know when we are on. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Please share, subscribe, and like. Algorithm. My man Redbird is in the building already. He's like, yeah, let's talk about six, baby. Klopp took that. Man, my manager is not playing. He was like, no mercy. We were out here speculating, or what else should I say? Talking about what else the manager is going to do just to prep for this match, because we all knew the match is already over. The tie is over. One at their home. In football, anything can happen. But we didn't thought that this guy is going to bring the entire Arsenal to play this game. He literally played Salah 90 minutes, which I think is good for him because he wants to make sure Salah is good to go for 90 minutes. Salah played 90 minutes. I mean, Nunes damn near played 90 minutes. It's crazy out there. The manager was like, no. We're going to take this thing serious. He's trying to make his mark. And the idea is he's trying to keep a mentality in these guys where it's like, we don't take anything for granted. Foot on their neck, we keep it there and we press it some more. So, I mean, I like the mentality. I know some people will be like, oh, well, what happens if everybody gets injured? Everybody gets injured. Hey, anybody can get injured in practice or in training. I mean, how many of our players have gotten injured in training? So, I see where the manager is going with it. And I like how he also played some of the youth. Some of the youth played. And in all fairness, and in all, talking about this game, right? I'm just literally, I turn on my, I pick up my phone. I just got out of a meeting, so I'm rushing. I'm trying to get into trying to get to the office so I could sneak in and watch the game, right? So I have that YouTube app that is the TV version, and it says Liverpool versus Sparta. So I'm like, cool, that's the game that I'm going to watch. I click on it, and it shows the Leverkusen, and I forgot the team that they were playing. And then I'm like, no, that's not the game that I want to watch. So I click out, trying to click to another one, which I see the Liverpool and the other team. By the time I realized that both links are they're just showing the same match on both, links. By the time I even try to figure out what's going on, Liverpool already 3 goals up. So basically, I didn't even know how we scored the goals live. Like by the time I'm sitting down, trying to gather my thoughts, trying to figure out what's going on, where am I going to watch this channel? This match, Liverpool was already 3 goals up. And it was crazy. And, going back and rewatching it, man, these guys were on point. Like, this is exactly what I was prophesizing earlier, saying the mentality, Klopp do not want the mentality to drop. He wants to keep him at a level where he's like, it doesn't matter who we play. You have to play at ultimate level, because we don't want to be in a situation where we switch off just a little bit and then you out of everything. You out of the league, you out of the Europa League, or you out of the FA Cup, because you are assuming, oh, I got this, so I can do whatever. But people, before we continue, let's bring in the kennel. Big up, Zuberi. How you doing, sir?
Kind of cold, but I'm doing all right. How are you?
Man, that's it's the season, man. Those things be coming in quick. Allergies are also coming through now.
Yeah, you get the sniffles and all of that good stuff, man. But driving out of Boston right now, trying to head back in, get
Oh,
my weekend slash travel plans together, and
I mean, are you telling us that you went and see not the CEO, the owner, the main owner, J Dub, that's what they call him in the streets, J Dub.
nah, man, I'm actually gonna see the president of my organization
Oh, okay.
next week.
Man,
But yeah,
this guy,
nah. Yeah, I'm hanging out with the president and that, but it's not that president. You
it's
know what
not
I
that
mean? I
president.
wish. Yeah, I wish, but we're in two different industries, unfortunately.
Yo, big up to Red Bear, big up to Alexander. Thank you so much for joining. No, we were just talking. Did you get a chance to watch the game yesterday? Well, he's probably
Going to
driving.
rewatch it because I was tainted. Yeah, I'm driving. You hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. I was. I think I was also driving and just having it on the side, but I was tainted by a thought that was just lingering the entire game. I didn't like that, so I wanted to rewatch it because I feel like I wasn't able to really appreciate the game because of the
Right.
one thought that was on my mind.
No, I mean, I was telling people I had a meeting, and the meeting ended at 1, and that's when the match started. But I have the YouTube app, which that's why I watch some of my TV in there. It showed that Liverpool Sparta, but when you click on it, it was showing some another game. It showed the Leverkusen game. And then I went to the Leverkusen game, and I was like, wait a minute, they're showing both games on the same, By the time I gather my thought or even sit down in the office trying to do something, Liverpool already 3 goals up.
Yeah, the
So it was,
goals they were flying in, man. In the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I think we're 4-0.
Yeah.
We're 4-0 up. And like I said, the one thought that was really preventing me from really appreciating the game was Diaz could never. You know what I mean? Like something will happen in the game, and instead of me appreciating it, my thought was like, Diaz could never. You know what I mean? Man wasn't even in the game. Yo, man wasn't even in the game, and I was like, yo, see, Diaz could never. And that was just the whole game. I just kept thinking, yo, Diaz could never. You know what I mean? On a brace this early, Diaz could never. Raw man looking for the hat trick, Diaz could never. So it's not fair to Diaz. It was just like I just want transparency, and I wanted on record to know that as much as we won the game and I saw the game, I didn't quite appreciate it the way I should because I was just thinking Diaz could never.
Man, hey, big up to the Bajan Reds. Hey, are you guys available and you want to jump on? Please let me know. I'll send you the link. Let me know where I should send the link. If any of you guys are available, I would love for you guys to join us, even if for a few minutes, because I know you guys probably have a show coming up. No, but the funny thing is, when I was sending you the link today, I was in my head, I was like, Zubairu's gonna see. I told you guys, this is the reason why Cody needs to play on the left side because he put the ball in the net. I'm like, right. And he played well too. That was the crazy thing. He played really, really well. Like that.
Say that. Say that again. I'm not trying to take the piss because I heard it, but I don't want to overreact because I thought I heard what I heard, or you know what I'm saying.
No, you heard what I said because last time you came in with the energy and you were like, we need to let Kakpo play his left, the left side because he hasn't got a chance to play his favorite position. Everybody has, except him. So when he scored those goals, and it was pretty nice goals, simple. One was simple and the other one was, okay, I see that flick. Then I'm like, when I was sending you the link, I was like, yeah, I know Zuberi is gonna come in with the energy saying, I told y'all, man, let Gakpo play the left side.
I was watching the game. I didn't want to say that as well, but that was also on my mind. I'm like, I told fucking Fozzie about this, man. I mean, telling man. So that, bro, I wasn't watching the game with the right energy, bro, and that's why I said I wanted to rewatch it. But the fact that I know the goals kind of dried up towards the second half and in the end, or second half, I'm like, I don't want to rewatch this because we won, we're through. You know what I mean? Focus on the next game versus the last game. So
yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely the energy because people are gonna say, "Oh, it's just Sparta," what you know what I mean? Whatever, but it doesn't matter. I've seen said men play against lesser team. You know what I mean? That's not even in Europa League, and they don't perform like this. So don't tell me it's because of the opposition. Like Luton was running us down. You know what I'm trying to say? So even Fulham was running us down. So I'm just trying to say it doesn't matter the opposition. Yeah, it doesn't matter the opposition. It's just like man played on the left, and his output goes up. Here's another statistic: his output was already higher than Diaz, and now it's have increased by 2 goals. I don't think he got any assists yesterday.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, but he has more goals than Diaz. He's outscoring Diaz. He already outscored him in the League Cup. He's now outscoring him in the Europa League. He's gonna, bro. If they play him left wing, he's gonna outscore him in the league as well. So, how is Diaz nailed on for the left side if we have a guy coming off the bench outscoring him in all comps? And it's not. Once again, it's not a shot at Diaz. It's more of a stop disrespecting this guy and praise that guy, because the guy you're praising, the guy you're disrespecting is outperforming.
No, I agree.
You see what I'm trying to say? So it's not about, like, and that's what I'm saying. I wanted to watch the game because I don't want to make it about a guy that didn't even play. I really want to see if the things that I was worried about Gakpo with, even though he wasn't flawless and he wasn't, you know what I mean, a 9 out of 10, he got his brace, happy for him, but it's 2 more on the board. It's 2 more than Diaz. It's probably 3 more than Diaz in all comps now, but it just doesn't look good when people disrespect him, man. 5 strikers, all 5 got 10 plus goal contributions. It's massive. It's massive.
Yeah.
And he ain't even the bottom of the list. And man telling me Dance can replace him. Disrespectful. That's disrespectful, cuz.
That was one of my things where when people start criticizing, because let's be honest, when some of our players are not playing well, we could say, hey, you're not playing well, right? But there are some of them that when they are not playing well, you could look at it and say, hey, there's a context to the reason why the player is not doing well right now. Let's give him time. Gakpo is one of those people where you'd be like, okay, he was, during preseason, he was the sharpest player, in the sharpest striker in our team. Better than
even, you know, yeah, I mean, big up Asian, right? TV every time. Big up you Asian man, them, you know what I mean? Busy, I can't really jump in over there. I think you guys running a call in tonight.
Yeah, they have a call in after our show. I will jump in.
Please tell me that call in is flying, because I'm coming in hot off the road, and I should get in around a good time. So
no, we're bringing the fire in today.
Yeah, love to go over there and kick it with you, man, later. But you see that comment, man. You see the overall playing thing, like football is one of the ones where you big respect another player, you bend the rules to this guy, and then you hold that guy to the book. You know what I mean? Yeah. So for me, my greatest soccer player of all time, in my eyes, was taking the piss. Neymar does the same shit, and I'm like, out of here, bro. For some reason, Ronaldinho, bro, he's fucking just having fun and laughing. Neymar does the same shit. I'm like, bro, just win the effing game. Like, so basically, I find one that can get away with something, and then the next guy, you're like, Stop trying to be like that one guy that I let slide. You know what I mean? So like Salah will be poor all game, bad 2 goals. And I'm like, okay, calm, Salah, you can do that. Anybody else does that, it's not sliding with me. Jota does it. Stink up the gaff, bags of brace. I'm like, yo, Jota, don't do this shit again. Like, Salah does this. It's fine. Let him do that. But Jota, don't do this. You know what I mean? Nunes runs around, effective in the game, doesn't score. All right, you know what, Nunes, we'll let you slide. You know what I mean? Diaz does it, and I'm like, yo, Diaz, on this running around, skinning man shit and not scoring. Bro, it's the exact same shit Nunes does. Energy, dangerous, chaotic. But I'm letting Nunes slide with it, but I won't let Diaz slide with it. So I'm basically calling myself out with the hypocrisy. And what I'm trying to say is, I let Salah slide with that bullshit. I won't let Jota slide. I let Nunes slide with it. I won't let Diaz slide with it. And I'm being honest. That's how a lot of us judge the football. We'll let a guy slide with something and then crucify the next guy who's doing the exact same shit. Trent doesn't defend. But we let Bradley slide. Why are we letting Bradley slide? He's out of position too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who let Bradley slide? I'm guilty of it. I let Bradley slide as well. But I don't know why we do it. I don't know why we do it. And now that I've confessed and now that I put that out there, a lot of us do it. I'm letting it be known. No, Diaz, you can't slide. You know why? Somebody else is already sliding off that.
Exactly.
You know
I brought
what I'm
this
trying
up.
to say?
Yep.
Somebody's already sliding off that. You can't slide through, man.
We can have 2 of them. All right. Salah has earned the right. So we will let him do it, right? Jota, we know the man is a shotter. He will score. We can have Diaz, Jota, and Salah both have a good game, and none of them can score a goal. One of them is the only one who's going to score. Nah, it has to balance out. Nunes, like you said, he's going to play his heart out. So we will let him slide with not scoring a goal.
And you know, it's also the reason why I love the Mane, Bobby, Salah front 3 because it was 3 different things, and I'll break it down. In hindsight, I could be wrong, but let's go for it. Salah gets the goals. We know that he also takes the pens, so we'll give him the goal, right? Bobby, he does the link up thing, so he'll be linking all game, no goals, maybe 1 assist, maybe. Right? Depending on where he is in the links, he may get the assist, or he's the assist before the assist. Mane, he's the guy that's gonna beat anyone. So Mane, he's the dribbler. He's gonna beat his guy. So one that's chaotic, one that's creative, and one that's finishing. We don't have that combo anymore. So we have Salah, he's scoring. Nunes, he's chaotic, but Diaz ain't really supporting. You see the problem. Diaz want to be chaotic as well. No, we don't need 2 chaos men. We just need 1. So you see what I'm trying to say? So it's either you're going to be a goal scorer or you're going to be a supporter. So
a supporter, yeah. And that was the thing.
And he's not really good at the supporting thing. And that's what those 3 guys did well. So they all interchanged the one role. None of them was doing the same thing. You know what I mean? Mane scored, but Mane goals was really forced. You know what I mean? They weren't really like, you know what I mean? It was just like him running through from a long ball. It was him running through off the back of a failed Salah, shin ball or something like that. So Mane was really forceful. It was him diving in front of a boot to get a header. Like Mane goals really forceful. Diaz had a few forceful goals as well, but not consistently like Mane, So
I mean, Mane
and I'm not comparing them to the 3. I'm just saying that's why that 3 worked. This 3, it works, but you can't do what Nunes does. You don't even do what Salah does. Like, find your own lane. So what is your lane?
I think what's the name? Nunes and Diaz, I think, is identical players. One is
they are.
One has more flair, right? And the other one is just chaos. That's the term. Jota is just something. You don't know what it is. He just out of nowhere he does. It's like combustion. It's like that. That spark where it comes from nowhere.
Yeah, he's forceful as well. You know, he'll
Yeah,
create
he's
something out
forceful.
of nothing.
Yeah, out of nothing. You'll be like, okay, that's like more of, if people want to compare players, Jota is more of Mane, but Mane is more, steel than Jota, right?
Yeah, Mane, I would say have a little bit more flair, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Salah is just the volume guy. I'll keep trying.
Well, Jota was more Jota is more lethal than Mane as far as finish.
No, Jota is more lethal. But how they how their end product comes about is like, whoa, where did that come from?
Yeah.
We're like, I mean, like Jota, we're like, Jota, you've been in the game 89 minutes, man. What are you doing? And then bam, go. And that's like literally they're about to show his number for him to sit down, and he scores a goal. Then you'll be like, bro, you could have done that a long time ago. You got us stressing out here. But I don't know. That one I agree with you. I think our front three is good, but it's not balanced based on individual characteristics, right? But the game yesterday, like I said, I basically watched a little bit afterwards, mostly the goals. So I watched the extended highlight, which is like the one that I watched was like 20 or close to 30 minutes. So it gave me, the first half I missed for close to 30 something minutes. The second half I watched a little bit. Your boy Endo, the goal came off him because he was on the wrong side of the player, but it was like an accident.
Whoa. Quasi, bro. I mean, I got a bone to pick with you, but it's very personal, so I'll save it for
that's what I'm just saying.
Stream, but don't let me have to bring that shit up into this accusation as well.
No, I'm just saying.
Quasi. Stop, bro. Stop. Listen, you can't be doing this one-dimensional way of looking at the fucking game, bro. Let's be honest, bro. Man. Like, I know you can look at the game in a different way. Ask yourself this question. Or I'll ask you. Why is your 6 the last man back?
That's a good question, because they press way too high.
It's not because they press way too high. It's the way they lined up in that formation. The way they line up and the point of that zonal attack, it forced Hendo to try to be the closest guy to react to that. So, okay, your 6, the ball went closer to your 6.
Yeah.
Who was on the recovery?
It was just him.
Okay, so basically that zonal setup was wrong then.
Yeah.
Long story short is what I'm trying to get to. It was wrong. You can't put the 2 tall center backs towards the throwing line and their center back. So who's covering should there be a breakthrough? So your center back is going to run from the farthest part of that line, the furthest point away from the goal. That's where you want your center backs running from? How does that make sense, Quasi?
At the time...
Now think about it. Think about it, bro.
No, you're right on that one, because at the time, I believe that they had Robo playing center back at the time.
And that's another piece of how we get to Hendo trying to run back, doing a sweeper. Hendo was a sweeper in that moment. Yes, he can do a sweeper, but that's off the fly. So to say, oh yeah, Hendo, the goal came about because he was on the wrong side. Bro, the setup for that.
I was saying he was on the wrong side.
But bro, you can't start. You can't start it that way. It's the way they set up. It's that zonal setup. It was wrong, bro. So Hendo's reacting from a wrong setup. Right. Hendo isn't the captain. So even if Hendo's set up incorrectly, we're gonna say Hendo football and IQ should tell him he shouldn't have set up that way. Somebody set them up that way, bro.
The center backs did not communicate. The goalie did not communicate. That was lack of communication from all of them.
Yeah, but Quasi, don't backtrack like you didn't set it up to be Endo's the fall guy.
You didn't let me finish.
Man, there was nothing else.
You didn't let me land. As the plane was coming, you'd be like, no, don't land. You didn't let me land. You did not let me land.
Bro, you're not cleared for landing over here. You're trying to land on Hendo's name, bro. You can't land with that. Nah, man.
I was just getting the obvious side out of the way. and then we were going to go in depth, like you eloquently just said. I was just taking the, I was taking the obvious side away because he was the last person with the guy, going shoulder to shoulder.
And Kwasi, that is a problem. That is a problem.
Yeah.
Because if Endo was the last guy, Endo was playing center back, I'd have been like, you know what, Endo, you're going to have to hold that.
Yeah.
Where was your center backs?
Nowhere to be seen. And I got Redbird out here saying I'm throwing Wataru under the bus. I was not doing that. I was
bro. I'm Kwasi, even if you didn't intended it, you did, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm like, Kwasi playing, what's your call sign? What you land? You're like, I'm landing on Endo. I'm like, hey. Endo call signs don't land here, bro. What are you talking about?
Who's the people in the tower? The tower did not allow me to land. I'm about to land. The tower's like, whoa, no, go back up.
You gave us the wrong call sign. Yeah, you gave us the wrong call sign, bro.
You know what I'm saying? My instrument tells me runway number 3 is wide open. I was about to land on runway number 3.
Yeah, bro.
And then the people in the tower like, hey, you can't land there. I'm like, that's what the instrument tells me to land on. Huh?
Bro, you're trying to land a blame plane on runway number 3? Nah, bro. That don't land there, bro. You know what I'm saying? No. Blame plane don't land on number 3, bro. You know what I mean? So that's why we have to reroute you, bro.
Now I'm stuck in the air trying to wonder what just happened, I'm Captain, what's his name? Captain Siri, right? The Suri.
But to be honest, though, honest, he was in a position to do a little better because the challenge he made, I'm being 100% honest, I could be wrong. But from what I saw, the challenge he made, he was ahead of the guy in the challenge. When I mean ahead of the guy, the ball went behind
him. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So he wasn't far. So bro, he probably overstretched, and he's overstretching like, yo, let me cover there, and the ball got played behind his foot. So he was just off with that challenge. So had he made a correct challenge where he prevented that and blocked that, we're out of win, Kwasi. Out of win. I told you, the best 6 in the league. But he didn't get it right. That's why I see you trying to land a plane there, and that's fine.
I was just gonna be like, because the thing is, even the guy the scorer, what they call it, fluffed the ball. He didn't even get the ball correctly. He just threw his leg and it sliced the ball.
And that's why I think Kendo missed it. I think it was a
that's why he missed
more than
it was a miss
I think
kick.
It was more of a miss kick. Yeah, the miss kick.
It
happens, man. Yeah.
It was a miss kick, so they confused him, and even the Callahan was like, "Okay, where's the ball going?" And even him, he thought the ball was going all the way over there. He just watched it.
I'll let that one go slide. I think in the reverse leg, it was Bradley's own goal as well.
Yeah, Bradley scored it was a beautiful goal, man.
Yeah.
Bradley's goal was beautiful. But this one I'm gonna give some positive about the game. The press was, I don't want to say those guys are not good enough, but Liverpool's press was outstanding. Like 13 minutes, we scored 4 goals. And it was mistakes. They were creating mistakes. I mean, they were making mistakes because of the pressing that Liverpool was coming with. The young played really well.
Yeah, the press is what it is, Could a better team have played through it? We've seen that before, but I won't go over the top and praise it. And this isn't me going over the top to discredit it. So the mistake came as the byproduct of the press. So
of the high press, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to praise it, I'm not gonna debate it. It's just I don't know that team for playing through quality of ours. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's not like I've seen that team and they cut up a team like Arsenal or City, and I'm like, nah, man, we did really well because that's their game. I don't know if that's their game. You know how Brighton plays through the back, whether they make mistakes or not. I don't know if that was their game or if they thought, oh, if we can get through their press, we can get at them. So we'll go that as a tactic, and it just didn't work because they didn't. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't know their game. Say no, they do that every week. So for us to let them crumble, you know, it's a testament to us. I don't know that route, so I'll just leave it as, bro. They just made a lot of mistakes. You know, they just couldn't cope. It's Anfield as well.
Anfield too,
bro. It's just so, bro. I'm not trying to overgas them like, yo, the quality they possess. You know, they crumbled on the Anfield. I'm just saying, Anfield, the press. The occasion, being down what 5-1 already. I mean,
keep talking.
Bro, their
I'll
best.
Be right back. Keep talking. I'll be right
back. I'm just saying, Peeps. Their best bet was to gamble on playing through the press and playing with the energy. And I 100% believe it was high risk, high reward, and none of their high risk played off. Absolutely none of that played off for them. And I don't want to praise our team by saying, oh, they gambled and lost, so, you know, kudos to us. Bro, they were 100% gambling out there, Quasi. Name a team comes to Anfield and play through our press and pressure and laugh at us. Name me that team. And we're expecting Sparta Prague to be this team, Quasi. Come on, man. I'm not trying to diss them, but even City, I never failed City. Like, yo, I'm telling Grizz, like, bro, City have to come to a new Anfield with extra voice and Anfield's name and power and might and glory. You think I fear City? Rodri, I'm on your heart. I'm like, bro, Rodri's gonna learn Anfield and Hendo again. And what happened? He's learned Hendo. So I'm not fearing, you know, Sparta Prague to come here and do anything. And they know we have to go to Anfield and break that crowd, break that press, break that pressure. And they did not succeed, Quasi. Did they succeed? No, the only goal came off of a set piece where, they're going to get 7 set pieces like that? They wouldn't even, bro, they wouldn't have even pulled the 7 set pieces off, even if they have 7 different tactics. It just wouldn't have worked, bro. So there was no way these guys are going to come out of this as, yo, we got, bro, the only thing they could have gotten, Quasi, was like, yo, do you think we should go out there and try to work on playing through a high pressure moment since we can't measure ourselves in a higher pressure moment than Anfield and Liverpool? Let's practice it and see how we get on. Oh my God, we changed something in the second half and we got a little better out the game. Okay, that's something we can build on. I'm 100% convinced, Quasi, that was their game plan. Let's go there. Let's have fun. Let's work on a few things. Let's see what we can do right. It's gonna be tough, guys, but just keep your head up. And you know, we'll try to go for it. If it doesn't work, we'll just you know, look at it as a training session. They went for it. 4 goals, 20 minutes. You know what, guys? Let's just do the training thing we've talked about. You know?
Big up to Uncle Albert. Big up to Uncle Albert. We out here just talking, you know, talking smack out here. It's Friday. It's Friday Night Live vibes. But one thing that I would say, though, the manager went for the juggler. He plays Salah 90 minutes. He plays
also 90 minutes. Also, Quasi, these guys haven't kicked 90 minutes since their return, some of them. So what game you want them to run 90 minutes in? Again, you can absolutely tell them, like, yo, cut that overlapping shit out. Bro, we didn't need to win this game. Let's be honest. Quasi, 5-1 up. Sparta Prague is not beating no Liverpool 4-0 at home. You know what I'm trying to say? So if there's ever a game you give your boys 90 minutes in, this is the game. If there's ever a game you do not challenge the referee decision, Jurgen Klopp, if you're listening, listen. This is the game. Yeah, the foul was foul on, you know, Kwanzaa. But this is not the game, Klopp. Sit your ass down, look at the ref, laugh, and be like, you see you, Mr. Ref? When I'm shaking your one, just know. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he went and sit back like, this is not the game. He knew. He was like, yo, this is not. Yeah, he knew he fucked up. You know.
he said
Yeah,
it
you know that
himself.
Samuel. Yeah, Samuel. You know them fucked up, right?
You know fucked up, right? You know the fucked up. Oh man, he knew. But yeah,
But
let
the
me
only
be.
thing I'd say though, bringing on guy like Verge in games like this is the game where you're like, boys,
You should
be
have brought a kid.
professional.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, you could have brought a kid on, but also you
bring a
want
kid
remember
on.
you want to keep the guys fresh, but you want to also tell them, guys, game management. We practice some of that, huh? Game management. Remember that game management. Okay, manage yourself, manage your health, manage your your legs.
Fitness,
We're
yeah.
winning,
Stay
bro.
fit.
I don't need you guys going gung ho, and we're winning this freaking aggregate 10-2, 11-2. Like
11-2.
guys, game management. Work on this. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that was part of it. Is what I'm saying. I don't know if it was. I'm just hoping, like, yeah, let them run 90 minutes, but manage your energy levels, guys. Don't you know what I mean? Manage the game. If you manage the game, you can manage your levels. You let the game slip away, your levels
Now
all
you
over the
have to
place.
raise. Yeah, you have to raise it up.
Yeah, work
And
on
I
your
think,
breathing. So I think that was it. Don't slate Klopp too much, even though I'm on his neck.
Yeah, Uncle Albert said leave Jurgen Klopp alone. No. Jurgen, he knows because after the post press conference, he's like, yeah. They asked him. He said, yeah, because I'm an idiot. He knew. He should not have gone to the ref.
He could have been sarcastic as well. But let's be honest. Your Kwanzaa, you made a good tackle, but the ref didn't like the tackle, gave you a yellow, didn't even talk to you. You look over and you see a manager taking a yellow because he know the call was bullshit. It bodes well for your confidence as a young player to know, like, you know what, man, my manager, he had my back. He knew that was foul. I don't have to. Yeah, that's nice, right?
Yeah.
But Klopp as well should have just know, like, yo, you know what, man. I know these refs, man. It is what it is. Like, he needs to tell the players behind the scene. It is what it is. And I know the crowd was like, so maybe it's a bit of showmanship. He got caught in the moment. Remember, Klopp ain't immune from Anfield either. He knows this shit.
Oh, he knows.
Klopp
He knows
Anfield
how to work.
He knows, bro, and he knows the crowd work him as well. So nothing more that he was gonna let it slide, and the crowd was like, "Yo," you know what I mean? And he was like, "Yeah, what the fuck, man?" And he was like, "Oh, fuck, man." Because Klopp is a fan as well. So he's like, "That's no fucking foul, man."
Yeah,
fuck, see, ref, it wasn't a fucking foul. It slipped out. I shouldn't have said it that loud. My bad. You know what I'm saying? You saw it, and ref is like, "Bro, I'm gonna have to card you, man." I don't give a fuck. Ah, shit, I shouldn't have said I didn't give a fuck. It's one of them ones, you know what I mean? It's like, and it's moments, it's moments. You see him sit down.
It slipped.
Yeah.
It slipped. One of those when you're talking and then you kind of cuss it real quick and be like, oh, I didn't mean to cuss. It just, the passion.
Yeah, because he was probably like, yo, ref, he's a fucking kid. You didn't have to fucking give it. And ref was like, bro, you can't be talking to me like this. And he was like, but ref, he's a fucking kid. It was like, yo, stop cussing at me. It was like, ref, I don't give a fuck, man. You fucking the kid's game up. You know what I mean? Now the stats gonna say he got a booking. He didn't even need to get a booking. Great fucking tackle. Talk to the kid, man. Deal with the kid. Yeah. You know what I mean? Ref's like, you know what, Klopp, you're chatting shit, man. All this yellow. Sit your ass down. You know what I mean? Yeah, quasi. It's like your parents, right?
Yeah.
Oh, make sure you don't smoke. Yo, Pops, why the fuck you out here smoking weed? Yo, go sit your ass down. Nah, Pops smoking is. You get an ass whooping for talking back. Or you wrong. You see what I'm saying? You ain't do nothing wrong. You just got an ass whooping just for talking. It's one of them ones.
Our people, the fact that you even looked, why are you looking at me? Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's like it's your fault for catching them doing the wrong thing. Yeah. And I feel it's 100% why Kwanzaa got the yellow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He did a great tackle. Ref made a fucked up call. Now Klopp's getting a yellow for calling it out.
And Klopp also gave him, call. Yeah, it's a big one. And Klopp gave him a big hug for, when he
100%, just to let him know, like, bro, I didn't really take the yellow for you. Yeah, I take the yellow because it's a fucking bullshit call, bro. You know I'm gonna stand on that. You know what I mean? Klopp was standing on business. But like, if there's ever a game you let it slide, it was this one. But respect, he didn't let it slide. You know what I mean? He stood on business.
It was the learning curve. I think your boy Clark didn't play yesterday, right? They say he had a little impact injury. Klopp was saying.
Wait, who didn't play?
Clark. Did Clark play? I know McNullo.
Quasi. End the stream so I can cuss you out in private.
I told you. I came out and I confessed.
Bro, confess. Just confess. Nah, do the full confess. Okay.
I confessed.
So you did the Gakpo. Nah, you did the Gakpo confession.
Yeah,
you did the Clark versus Beck confession. Do the other confession. Do the other one. You didn't rate Clark. You didn't rate him. Do the confession thing, bro.
I didn't say I didn't rate him. It was.
You're gonna pretend. You're gonna pretend in this game that he didn't play. Like, did your boy play today, Zabiri? did he play in the guys' game, Zabiri? I don't know if he played.
It was a debate between Owen, Beck, and Clark, and we say who's gonna get most of the game time. And I use Zuberi's own argument, which is you rather get a left, what do you call it? A fullback will get a more playing time than a midfielder, because that midfielder is not just for anybody. You know, you have to be that down. And I was wrong. I was wrong. Mr. Clark is balling out. The boy, he needs more playing time. It's gonna make him much, much better. I see that Bradley
said, give yourself a round of applause. I like that.
I see that Bradley, you know, the more games Bradley plays, the better. At first you'll be like, okay, he's good. Let's see if he can do it again. And then he plays again. You'll be like, oh, okay. So it wasn't a fluke. That's what I see with Clark. And especially midfield. Midfield is for grown folks, right? Can we agree on that? That midfield is usually for people who are very mature here. There's no emotion.
What's the term? They got this 12 men dropped this, Jim. I think it's you have ball carriers and ball handlers. Yeah. And that's what you want from your midfield. A lot of guys, they're just ball carriers, but you want guys that can look after the ball. You know what I mean? Like that's something Hendo does well. He looks after the ball very well. Jones, he looks after the ball well. McAllister, he looks after the ball as well, and he tries to carry it. Sabazlai, same thing, looks after the ball well, carries it well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Clark, I'm not going to go over the top, but you can see if he gets more rhythm in game time. I'm not saying he be Curtis level or nothing like that, but there is something there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, even if we don't have the space for him next season, you can see him being loaned out to like I don't want to say like Palace, but you know, let's say Lou. You know what I mean?
You might have
to go to those clubs to, you know, get the necessary minutes, man. So I'm excited for him. I told you I see something there, and oh my God, when he ran through from the right side of the box, I forgot who cut it back for him, and he freaking dummied one guy and ran by him like he wasn't there. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I was like, did you see that play? I don't know if you saw that. I was like, and I think he slapped it at the keeper as well. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
He and what's the name? He and Sabazlai actually had a very good communication going on. It looked like, okay, that's what I'm saying. The kid for playing in midfield, you have to be mature beyond your years. That's why midfielders usually are more mature. You know, they're 20 something and above before you. I mean, even let's look at Xavi. It took Xavi a long time to become Xavi because Deco was in that position.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, but
you see what I'm saying?
In the same breath, though, man like Jude, man, that should look easy. I mean, Rice at a tender age was in there learning the craft as well, and that's what I'm saying, bro. He goes to, you know, not necessarily West Ham, but I mean, West Ham could probably use it. But if he goes to a team where have the room for a guy to learn on the job and contribute, that would be the perfect team to loan him to. Like, no championship thing. You know what I mean? He needs to go to a team that have room for a midfielder to learn on the job. That's where I'll send him. And I mean, it could be even, you know, another league, you know, Germany, wherever. But he's ready, man. He's ready to learn on the job, whether it's our job or another team's job. But he's ready, man. I like him.
And yeah, I think you know they had a. I don't know if you've seen. There's a documentary or a little expose that they did it on YouTube for them. I think it was by Sky Sports, which it has all the kids who played in the Carabao Cup final. Actually, all of them who were present. You know, they talk to them and ask them about the team, the academy, and the manager, and all those. It's a very very good thing going on. But looking at the game, right, and then we go in on Sunday, and I saw Uncle Albert make a point about what Klopp intention is for Sunday, right?
Wait, I thought we're in the international bye week.
No, we have a FA Cup Sunday. So Arsenal is the one that who they done. That's why I think what's actually Saka is in Boston right now. He was watching the Celtics play. He took pictures with Jalen Brown. We have Man United this Sunday, and a lot of people were like looking at the injuries that we have. We thought he was going to play more kids than the senior players, but he was like, "No, I'm going for the juggler." And he made his intention clear, meaning, and also in a press conference, he said a lot of our players are coming back. Gravenberg is actually ready. He can play Sunday. Konate, he said, is a race. We might lose he said we probably lose the race for Konate, but what's his name? Jota is already training. Trent will be back. Who else? Jones will be back after the international break. So it's like I can see why he's trying to get these guys more minutes, like you said, so that he could get them freshen up. Because seriously, when we come back from international break, it's going to be every 3 days there's a game. Every single 3 days there's going to be a match. Especially the more we win, the more matches is coming. If we beat Manchester United, that means another FA Cup on the weekend. So that means one of our weekend matches is probably going to be postponed, right? Big up yourself, Uncle Albert, straight up from the shacks of Kumasi. How are you doing, sir?
Yo. How you doing, man? It's hot in the homeland, man. It's hot in the homeland.
Now, before we continue with football, let's do before we continue with football, right? Let's do some history revision, because I've been trying to educate my brethren, the kennel here, about Jamaica and Ashanti people, right? But the kennel feels like he's more of an East Coast guy, because people see him, they always think that he's from Kenya. And I'm like, no, Kennel, you are an Ashanti.
Go and look at the map. Go and look at the map again, man. All of you Jamaicans came from Ghana and Nigeria. All of you.
But yeah, so Uncle Albert
couldn't have gone around the bend. Couldn't have gone around the bend, bro.
Big up from Alexander, man. Bigging Uncle Albert up. Thank you for all the people in the barbershop today. Thank you so much for joining us. We got Uncle Albert here, taking the time. He's supposed to be sleeping in Ghana, Kumasi right now. He probably ate some fufu, so he can't sleep right now. Oh, no, I mean some kenke or kelewele, so he can't sleep right now. So, we got him at the right time.
All of the above, bro.
All the above.
All of the above.
Looking on Sunday, right? You heard what me and the Kennel has been talking about with the game on Thursday. So I want you to talk about the Sunday match. I feel like this man is going for the juggler at Old Trafford. He wants every trophy. This is his last year. He's not holding back. I guarantee you he will play a Premier League first team.
Listen, don't worry about my French, man. It's Friday. We are fucking them up, bro. We're fucking them niggas up, man. We are fucking up them niggas, man. Manchester United is always a match. We are messing them up. That's it. We've met them. We've met them 11 times in the FA Cup. They've beaten us 9 times. This ain't no halfway cook, man. We are finishing them.
They've beaten us 9 times.
They've beaten us 9 times.
Oh, okay, so we got some payback to 9 times. We got some payback.
We've got some bitch to be handing out, baby. We've got some bitch to be handing out. And Well, and they listen with Manchester United. You need to dent their confidence now because we have them in 2 weeks. Spunk them now, we go back, spunk them again. You know, you never know what you're going to get with Manchester United. You never know.
Yeah.
And given that referees have made up their mind that they don't want us to win matches, we have to enter that arena with our own judges, finish the match and go home. That's it. Don't
I
give
agree.
no referee the opportunity.
The opportunity.
Yeah.
That's what that's why I agree, because I mean,
You know,
I don't want to
like,
bring back what happened on
someone
Sunday,
said,
but
well, you know, let me tell you what. Going into Sunday, my whole thing was don't lose.
Right.
Because the arithmetic has it that between Man City and Arsenal, one of them is going to drop points. So we are in the best place we are. Our only thing is don't get no bozo genes against Brighton, and make sure we take Brighton out. Because if we take Brighton out, let me tell you, all likelihood is that Man City will beat Arsenal. And for us, the best thing arithmetically is a draw.
For between
if you
Man
want to
City
do
and
the
Arsenal.
whole, the psychology is you want them to draw, because if they draw, Arsenal get 65, we get 67.
Yeah.
67. Man City gets 64. Okay, so then it means the race is in our hands. We need to lose somewhere to even have a problem. But we have Sheffield United coming.
We
So
got
the
3 games
Sheffield
coming.
United game, right? No, I'm talking about Sheffield United. Sheffield United are already done and dusted. They are gone. So we need to do a start padding event on that.
We need to start to, especially all the home
day.
games. All the home games. We need start padding.
Exactly. We have to start pad. We have to make sure that it's a 7-0 goal. We have to make up the difference between us and Arsenal. It's a +6 or +7, something like that. So we should be looking at those kinds of games. The thing though is, you see, if Man City knocked the stuffing out of Arsenal,
mathematics.
What's up? What you say,
if Man City,
no, I
if
wanted
Man City
to. I think
stuffing
Albert is about to say what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah. If Man City knock the stuffing out of Arsenal, you've taken them out of the race.
yeah.
Right? So it's like les amis de mes amis. Let somebody do some of the work for you and you do the rest. But arithmetically, if they draw, we are good. What we don't want is for Arsenal to beat Man City. That's what we don't want.
Then it becomes
you know, Uncle, what you're saying is me hoping for best case scenario. And I agree with you. That's me hoping for best case scenario. I just can't help but think the actual best case scenario is City beating them 4-0. And the reason why I said 4-0 is even the reason why I say 4-0 is as long as we win our game and City win their game, we're still going to be a point ahead of them. So we're still it's still in our hands. But what City beating them 4-0 does is cut down their big ass goal difference.
Yeah.
So not only are they losing points, but they're losing goal difference. So I'm actually in favor of City beating them.
Yeah, I think I'm on that. Bro. Yeah. I just want to make sure that Arsenal don't win.
Guess what? If they beat them 4-0, and we even draw with Brighton Hove Albion, we go top. I mean, we need them to be smashed, their confidence taken out completely.
Yeah.
Preferably some bad refereeing decisions against them as well. I'd like that very much.
Because that will mess their brain up. You know, Arsenal don't.
Yeah, I want the Newcastle referee. Remember that Newcastle referee that had like 4 different things to look at in that one corner play where the Newcastle scored. Like that's the type of refereeing decisions I want in this game.
This would be a good time for Paul Tierney. Where's Paul Tierney when you need him?
Didn't they suspend him? But
nah,
I mean,
they didn't suspend him.
I know we try to talk about this FA Cup on. If we win, I know a lot of people are saying maybe we should let this go because we have too many games coming up. And some people, I don't want to
Let
mention
what
it.
go, man. Who's talking that gang, man?
A lot of people don't want
for
what I see.
Bro.
A lot of people don't want to win on Sunday. They think Man U is going to win. And Man U have the opportunity. It's Old Trafford. I'm looking at them like, listen, you're not paying attention to Liverpool. Right now, we get it better. All of our squad is coming back. And I know why people are thinking that.
The same place will be them 4-0 and 5-0.
Correct. I know why people are saying that.
Look, Man United, let me tell you something. Man United's Arab owner is ready to go, man. He's ready to go.
Who? Man United Arab
the
owner?
Arab owner of Man United. Yeah, Mo Salah. He's back. He's ready to go.
No, the reason why people are saying that, I'll tell you why people are saying that. Because we go in there twice. So they don't, they in their mind, they feel like I don't see us beating them twice. They rather win the league game instead of the FA Cup. Just like how we played Arsenal, where we beat them in the FA Cup, but then we end up dropping points in the league game. So that's why I think some people are feeling that way.
History doesn't necessarily repeat itself. And I'll tell you what, Man United are not a good team. Man United are not a good team. Let's just compare two things. The game that Liverpool played with Man City, right? These were two sides, and clearly, if you watch that match, you know that Liverpool and Man City are the best teams in the EPL. They went toe to toe. Nobody was afraid. Everybody. Yeah. I mean, Man City were begging to leave the pitch. Did you see Rodri after the game? Did you see the clips of Rodri after the game?
He couldn't walk. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that the two teams are the best teams in the league. Man United are just a completely useless team as we speak. People think of Man United and they think of the Ferguson Man United. This team is completely ass. Did you see Amrabat? Did you see what Amrabat did in the match against Man City? You know, this is the Amrabat that we were trying to get. The Amrabat that Liverpool fans wanted us to get. Look at Mason Mount. People wanted us to pay £50 million for Mason Mount and give him £250,000 a week.
Is he still
Mason
playing?
Mount has played only
where's Mason Mount? Where is he?
Remind you.
He's played only 4 games. Apparently he's back. But listen, there's absolutely no way that team can even lace our shoes. You know what? We can take those kids. To Old Trafford and they'll beat Man City. They will beat Man United.
Jabari, this is what I'm looking at. I want us to beat them even if they park the bus, so that when we come back again, they will understand that parking the bus is not going to work. It worked at Anfield, but it's not going to work twice at Old Trafford. What do you think?
I tell you what.
I think
at Old Trafford, they're actually going to try to play. Just watch. They're going to try to play.
Yeah. I think it's a unique situation, because at home you're gonna say they're gonna have to go for it. They didn't necessarily go for it against City. They didn't necessarily. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Right. But they will minimize their loss down to a mistake. So they will try to do the counterattack thing against us. How that would work, I don't know. But the one thing I do know is they don't have to play City again, so they can do that one-off. If they do that in the cup and it doesn't work, they're not going to be able to do it again, unless they're going to be bold enough to say, well, it didn't work because of this. Let's fix that now. But they don't have that luxury. You can't, even if they come at us in the cup, because it's the cup and we beat them in the league, they can't go, well, we tried going at them and it didn't work. Bro, the fans are not going to accept that being the second game. So the first game is 100% have to be a sit back and hope
Yeah.
for the best. Because if they sit back and it's a draw and it goes to pens, they'll do it again in the league. If it's a sit back and they lose, it opens it up for the league game. You see what I'm trying to say? But the second game cannot be the sit back game. So it's interesting.
Let me tell you what, Zubairi and Kwesi. It's only a debate if the team is even good enough. Manchester United have scored less goals than Luton. Man United, they scored less
the annoying part
than
is
Luton.
This is the part where with Liverpool, we don't do. I don't say we don't do it, but when it comes to teams that are shit, we tend to fluff the lines. And Man U, just like you said, Man U is pretty crap right now. What's that?
Not on Sunday, we ain't fluffing no lines. Just mark.
No. I mean,
you for the
Sunday or
time,
the two. Is it what 3 weeks from now?
For the first time this season, you've got Endo, Mark 10, and Zoboslai in the middle of the pack. We're not losing that much. Something really bad will happen to Man United. Just mark it anywhere. And whilst we are at it,
Albert, correction.
Laugh at Arsenal. They have
correction, Albert. Something good is gonna happen to them.
Something good.
Albert, correction. Yeah, something good is gonna happen to them. They're gonna get rid of the manager, bro.
You may not be able to tell the difference between Man United and Sparta Prague. Remember, I told you this. You wait. Tell me after the match.
But Albert, that would be good. Albert, that would be good. It won't be, but yeah, because they'll just end up sacking the manager and getting a better guy. So that's actually good. Because that guy over there, no one knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
They're not gonna sack Ten Hag mid-season, man. They owe him £60 million. They won't do it.
They're telling me they're gonna let this guy. They're telling me they're gonna let this guy have Man United all in 6 from Liverpool.
They don't have £60 million to give him right now, so they'll wait till the end of the season. They'll wait. He will go, but they'll wait till the end of the season.
From what I'm hearing, I think Radcliffe is going to keep him until maybe the end of the season, and then Potter might be the guy.
They'll let him go at the end of the season. But you know what, we Zubairi, we have to big up our owners, man. They have pulled a coup. Kwesi's cool, man. Kwesi went to the medicine people and he went to tell them what he wanted, man. And he killed 2 cows, and here we are. Michael Edwards is back.
Hey, listen, man, drink up the goat blood. You know what I mean? I know. If you want to tell the people, Albert, you can tell them. I don't need to tell anybody about FSG. Been doing it for 4 years.
In our parts, you go and see the Marabou and you tell the Marabou what you want, and tells you go and bring a pink cow. He knows you can't get a pink cow. He tells you go and bring a pink cow. That's what Kwesi went to do. He took a pink cow to the Marabou and he brought back Michael Edwards, man.
Now, I heard some conspiracy going on saying that there's a big chance that Klopp might stay. Do you believe that?
Nah, it's not possible.
Kwasi,
it's not.
I tell these men, if they had to pick one out of the 2, who would they pick? And everyone has said Klopp over Edwards all day, every day. Now, man is looking at who the real man is, and they're like, "Damn, well, can he just stay?" They're like, "Wait, can't he just stay as the second guy then?" All right, nah, bro, we don't take second place over here. We want the big man them over here. And people are now realizing how big Edwards was. The minute he left, Chelsea wanted him. Man, everybody on earth want this guy.
Madrid.
Do you think everybody on earth is gonna want Jurgen Klopp when he leaves Liverpool? Watch. No, you mark my word. He can go anywhere, but who's gonna want his style of managing? That's the big question. Because other teams don't have the patience for Jurgen Klopp, bro. They don't, and that's just being real. He's good, great even, But teams don't have the patience for that type of stuff, bro.
Yeah, they're slow building. No, I mean,
Zuberi,
and I will say this, Uncle Albert, I'll tell you this. 1 second, Uncle Albert. Some time ago, Zuberi asked me a question. He said, Kwesi, who will you pick, Edwards or Klopp? I still haven't answered the question. Right? At first, you in your front head, in your front lobe, you'll be like, Klopp. Wow. Then when you start to think, you'll be like, hold up. And now, even the more information that I get, that he is the reason why FSG went after Klopp the first time and the second time around. So that means he knew this guy can fit, will be the last to the puzzle. That tells me that Liverpool, right now, Liverpool are ushering into the new generation of football. And I want us to discuss a little bit of that, because now it's time to dawn on people that football is a business. It took them a while. For some people,
you're going to have to say that again, because someone tell me football ain't a business. No, the football you play wasn't a business. The Sunday League you're in is not a business. But Liverpool FC, business. Big business, by the way.
Corporation, LFC Corporation.
Let me tell you guys something, Kwesi. I'm also in your ballpark. I'm not answering that question because this program is recorded. So I'm not answering that question. But to choose between Klopp and Edwards. I wish they could have worked together, but clearly they can't stand each other. But worthy of note is why FSG frontally worked for Michael Edwards whilst Klopp was still at post.
That's the conversation we will have to have after the season is over, because Zuberi has been telling me, he said, does it mean Edward was the Don or was it Klopp?
All I can say is one day, let's wait for the biography or autobiography. We will find out what happened.
No, I'm going to tell you this. FSG outers, because you guys are going to be so disappointed that Klopp is never going to write a book. No, Klopp is never going to write a book or having an interview and bash the owners. That's not the type of person he is. People have been waiting for Genie to do the same thing. It didn't happen.
No, but there's always, there's always the halfway house where some writer writes a book that cannot be contested. You know that has happened, right? Remember the Princess Diana stories?
Yeah.
Can't contest the story.
No,
when Paul Gost wrote this. Yeah. When Paul Gost wrote the story about the Bruno Guimaraes and Enzo Fernandez matter, nobody has contested it.
Yeah. So the reason why I'm bringing the business thing out is because I've been listening to some of the, those big LFC fan pages, and I'm talking about not the content. I'm talking about the big one. Those people who actually have, connection into the club, and a lot of them have some reservation when it comes to Zuberi. We talked about this on Tuesday about the whole FSG new empire for football, right? Where they're gonna try to buy one or two more clubs so that they can build it up as a what do they call it? As a development club,
like a feeder club. Yeah, feeder club.
Yeah.
But Kwasi, before you continue, I know we didn't say this on Tuesday, but you should also dismiss that talk under the notion that it's coming from a Liverpool fan page. So no Liverpool fan is going to say any other club they own is just going to be a feeder club to my club. They're not going to look at it any other way. They're not going to say, oh, he's just trying to get another club to have two clubs. They're going to be like, oh, that club must be to feed my club. Because no Liverpool fan is going to leave Liverpool to go support, let's say, Marseille, because they have the same owners. We're not going to do that. We're just going to say, well, Liverpool is priority, Marseille is second track. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's just how they're talking, and that's their perspective, and it's their prerogative as well. But the business, they don't understand it, and they never will. They just see red, and that's fine.
And it was interesting because one of the guys was like, yeah, I don't support it, but I see the business side of things. I say, if you see the business side of it, that's it. There's no need to support or not support, because you guys don't want what they call it. You don't want a sheik from a state-owned club. That's what LFC fans be talking about. But everything that FSG is trying to do, there's always a question. Like one of the guys say, well, then we can't have it. We can't say that it means more. I'm like, what do you mean? You know, people still think that we should just do the traditional way of, oh, we have an academy, we have a women's team, and then Sundays we just go play or go buy the player that we want, the one that everybody wants. You know, go buy me that shiny toy. Instead of understanding that because of the new, real quick, let me land real quick. Because of the new FFP rules that is coming out, it doesn't matter how you do it. You're not going to be able to cheat like how City, Chelsea, Everton, and Forest did. You can't do that anymore. So you have to look into the future and say, okay, the academy alone, I can't get all my players from the academy alone. You can't wait for kids to grow up. Otherwise, your trajectory is going to be stalled somewhere, and it's going to take a long time. So people don't understand that football has evolved. And the good thing about FSG is they are good at sporting things that are ahead of time. Right? Go ahead, Barbara.
I was saying that Liverpool supporters, we don't want to stop being peasants. Okay? We're a peasant club. We're a peasant club turned good. We don't want to stop being peasants. That's the problem with many. That's how peasants behave. They can't see into the future. You understand? So what is happening, and I'm using that word, and it applies to me. I'm also part of the Peasant Supporters Union, because as soon as I finish saving my pension, I'm at that place spending it like an idiot. What I'm saying is that, look, we do not want to grow with the times. You know us. But I'll tell Liverpool supporters why you need to grow up with the times. There was a certain footballer called Alan Varela. You people scouted him for 18 months, sent people to go and watch Boca Juniors play 1,001 times. You didn't sign him. Dude goes to Porto for £8 million, right? £8 million, right? It was £8 million. Now Porto want to sell him for 70 million euros, and now you want to go and buy him. Right? Alan Varela, he's on a list he's on a to-do list. You people spent 2 years scouting Mohamed Kudus, right?
Yeah.
And the Kudus story I know very well, because they sent Barry Hunter to come to Ghana. You know, I have connections with the FA, so I know what they did. They sent Barry Hunter and the other guy, what's the other guy's name, to go to Qatar. They went to Ghana's camp to go and speak to Kudus. They didn't sign him. Instead of signing Kudus, they signed Gaku. Right? Because Pep Linders preferred a Dutch player. Didn't sign Kudus. As we speak today, Liverpool supporters, put your hand on your heart and ask yourself, between Gakpo and Kudus, who should be assigned. Today, if you want Kudus, you will not pay any less than 70 million euros or pounds or whatever mnemonic they give it, because he has a release clause in that neighborhood. Exactly. So this is the reason why you need another club, so that you can catch the Alan Varelas and the Mohamed Kuduses just before they hit the crest. Take them there, and when they are ready, you pluck them and bring them back.
Red Bull.
Just like Man City have done with Savio, right? Just like Brighton did with Mitoma. Just like Brighton did with Adingra. What it also does is it gives you an outlet to basically demote some of the players if you need to, and send them the other way. So it's a win-win situation for us. The third thing it also does, it makes us able to make money ball signings. There's a kid in Argentinos Juniors called Redondo, Fernando Redondo's son. as we speak today, they want to offload him for 11 million euros. If you are Liverpool, you go for that guy, because don't wait until Real Madrid gets him for him to come to Anfield and come and cook us. You don't do that. Go get him now.
Yeah,
That's
very
why
USA.
if you have a club,
I want to ask Albert a question based on his point.
FC, you take all them Linguinis to Kwesi FC until they are ready to go. That's how you do it.
Uncle, let me ask you a question, because I was listening to your point, and you're actually on the right side. Well, not right side, but you're on a side that is you're only looking at an acquisition of a second club because of what Liverpool is trying to do. In the name of business, the point you just made is irrelevant. And that's the point Quasi is talking about. On the premise of business, none of what you said is a good business move, because everything you've said is, how does this club benefit Liverpool? No one goes into business to say, how does this business benefit this business? Because what the Penguins do does not benefit Liverpool. What the Red Sox do doesn't benefit Liverpool. So why would I now go acquire a team only to supplement this other team? Because how would that team function? How would that book be balanced? How would that, because if the only way we're balancing that book is by Liverpool buying the player that they bought from Boca Juniors, using your example. So let's say it came from Boca Juniors for 1 mil. Liverpool is now going to buy him from the feeder club for 20 mil, just because Liverpool didn't want to buy him back in the future for 50 mil. So now this feeder club is only getting, a 19 mil profit, where they could have made a 49 mil profit. So the point I'm trying to break is, how would you feel if the feeder club sold, let's use Kudos, for example. Let's say Kudos first appeared on the market for 5 mil. The feeder club bought him. How would you feel knowing the feeder club can sell him for $75 million out there? We don't necessarily need him. So now, because he's better than Gakpo, we're just going to demote Gakpo and take him off the feeder club for 25. The feeder club profits 20. Oh, that's good, right? Take the 20. Bro, we're cutting out the feeder club $50 million. How is that good for business?
But Zuberi,
but what I'm trying to say, Albert, Albert, the point I'm getting at, the only pros to the argument is how it benefit Liverpool. No one is talking about the benefits of actually building the next club from probably low mid-level, or not necessarily bottom of the table, but just say like bottom half of the table, 13 to 16, right? No one is talking about taking a 13 to 16 team to top 6. That would be the ambition of that club. Why have the club floating in the wings just to demote players and promote players? That's not pros on that club. It's only pros for our club in a selfish manner. And that's not really good for business. Let's go get that small team, buy stocks in that small team, turn it into, Leicester barely getting promoted to Leicester winning the league. How about that ambition for that club? You don't have to become a Liverpool fan and a whatever club that is fan. But how about, but let's build it from 0 to 100. Not take it from 0 to 10 and be like, whoa, that's just always the ambition of it, to go from 0 to 10, because that's not sustainable. That club will fall off eventually. Now our owners is upside down because one of the adventures failed. So if there's a player from that club that's going for 100 to City, sell him to City for 100. I don't give a fuck. It's more money in the owner's pocket.
Yeah, but I am not, Zuberi, I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm not disagreeing with you. But you see, what I'm simply saying is that for those 1 or 2 or 3 players who absolutely end up smoking the pitch in a day to come, that whole venture makes it worth it. Because some players win you trophies, right? Certain players win you trophies. And if you are, for example, I'll give you a simple example. if you ever, and I'm gonna say this, please, Liverpool supporters, just humor me, okay? If a feeder club produced a Kevin De Bruyne, say Kevin De Bruyne wins you trophies. If a feeder club produces Haaland, if a feeder club produces McAllister, if a feeder club produces Alisson, those players win you games. They not just games, they win you
Well,
trophies. These
Albert,
are
the
big game
simple
players.
fact that you're calling it a feeder club doesn't even make sense, bro. Why buy a business to only supplement the other one? If that, bro, that feeder club you're calling a feeder club, it can take over its own league. Why not have that club take over the league? Why call
Zuberi,
it a feeder club?
it's just like being a farmer and buying a fertilizer farm, buying a fertilizer plant. That's all. It's just like being
Yeah,
a
but
farmer buying a fertilizer
the
plant. You
fertilizer
don't use
plant
it
doesn't
all.
only fertilize your it doesn't only sells fertilizer
I
to
agree.
your
That's why I'm
farm.
saying you don't use all.
So that's the
You
point
don't
I'm
use
saying,
all
but
the
you're using it
fertilizer. You sell
only
it.
for Liverpool. So what if we sell the De Bruyne to Real Madrid from the feeder club? It doesn't matter. That's the point I'm getting
I'm
at.
saying I am not Zuberi. I am not disagreeing with you. You are saying the same thing I'm saying, but I'm saying that as Liverpool, you get to pick the best of the bunch. Don't we
No,
sell players from our academy to other teams? We sell
no,
players from our academy to other
Albert,
teams.
we're not saying the same thing. You're saying only for Liverpool. You're saying we get to pick the
No,
best. What if the best don't want to come here? So you're telling me this kid
if they don't
grew
want
up
to
off
come,
playing for Real Madrid. You're not gonna sign him at the
if they
feeder
don't
club
want to
because
come,
it's a feeder club. Albert, that becomes a toxic
Zuberi,
environment. You cannot have a club only to supplement Liverpool.
Zuberi, how many players have we sold from our academy to other clubs? We've sold them. We took the money. It's the same model. Nothing changed. I don't know the exactitudes of what Michael Edwards is going to do. None of us know. But I'm simply saying if we can offload players from our academy to the Nottingham Forest of this world. I mean, the last time we played Nottingham Forest, 3 of our players were playing there. So you can sell them to those people. But then we also, from our academy, we took the Bobby Clarks, we took the McConnells, we took the Bradleys, it's the same model, bro. Only
So
that
let me ask you this
you are going to
question,
be
Albert. Let me
reaping.
ask you this question. I'm only asking it in the premise you're pitching it. So if I'm pitching it incorrectly, then maybe there's a problem with the way you're, you know, setting it up. Liverpool have the feeder club, just like you said it does. There's a wonder kid in there, KDB-esque, Jude Bellingham-esque. Liverpool says to the feeder club,
Yeah.
"Yo, we're gonna come for this guy in the summer, and we'll just wire over 50 mil because the going rate for this guy is 100, but we're not gonna give you 100 because we own both of you guys. We're just gonna slide you 50, right? Now this would have to be an illegal deal. Reason why I'm saying it's an illegal deal: if City pops up on the radar and go, "Rah, you got 100 mil player there, I'm gonna give you 100 mil." The player says, "I want to explore my options." We're like, "Nah, but we need you at Liverpool." Okay, the kid says, "Okay, what are you offering me?" Liverpool says, "We'll start you out at 100 and we'll give you these bonus." City said, "I hear what Liverpool is offering you. We'll give you 250 and this is the bonus." How do we approach that feeder club situation? Because what I'm trying to say to you, yes, we can have the pick of the bunch, but we would have to be doing shady dealings in order for it to be a feeder club. It's a business. People are going to know what the deal is. We can't lie and say we paid 100 if we only paid 50.
Something that
You see what I'm saying?
Zuberi, but
Yeah, exactly. So the point I'm saying is,
who
Albert,
decides what
we cannot stop,
who
but
decides
we
what the
can't
player
stop
is
the
worth?
player. The market does. It's not
Who
us.
decides what the
So
player is worth?
the
Who decides
market
what the player is
determined that
worth?
the player worth is
What
determined by the
market
club
though?
who wants him the most. So if City wants the player and City
Exactly.
want to pay 100, right? If City want to pay 100, bro, we can constantly get outbid by the feeder club. That's what I'm trying to say
What
to
is
you,
City
because it doesn't matter what the feeder club is.
paying? What is City paying for Savio? Let me ask you, what is City paying for Savio?
For who?
Do you know?
No, I'm asking you
What
who.
is
You
City
said
paying for
Sadio.
Paying for Savio?
Like 14 million or something?
Savio?
Yeah.
Who's Savio? I don't know City players. Who's Savio?
Oh boy.
Is that a player from South America?
He's a hit in the La Liga and he's playing for Girona. Girona is owned by Man City. They are paying 14 million for him. Who's stopping them?
Let me ask you a question. No. All right. Stick up in. Did Chelsea want that player?
Nobody has said anything.
Did Arsenal?
Nobody's gonna get
No, but but you're speculating. The truth of the matter is Chelsea doesn't want him. We don't want him. Arsenal don't want him. And you're telling me he's at City. I don't even know who this guy is. And you can't tell me right now. No. What I'm trying to say to you, no, I don't give a fuck about the Spanish league. That's the honest to God truth. Is he a City player right now?
No, he's a Girona player, and Girona is owned by City.
Yeah, Girona is not owned by City. City is City and Girona is Girona. They have the same owners. It's not about no clubs own the club. That's the premise I'm trying to get you to see.
On. You know that you're passing.
Albert, you're smarter than this. You're telling me Girona paperwork has MCFC on it, or it has Girona on it?
No. It is owned by the City Football Group. It is Girona is owned by CFG. Girona's chairman is Guardiola's brother.
Albert, you're not understanding what I'm saying. We're talking business, and you're doing the surface talk of the thing. Girona paperwork says Girona, right?
I'm just telling you.
No, Albert, I know what you're saying. What I'm trying to say to you is Girona paperwork says Girona, correct? And City paperwork says City. So if you're telling me Girona is owned by City, that is factually incorrect. That's incorrect. City does not own Girona.
Football Group.
And that's the name of City's owners.
The parent company.
Yeah. When did City Football Group become City Football Group? It's always been City's Football Group. Exactly. Did it always was City's Football Group, or it got changed recently?
Zuberi, you are passing the language to try to make the point you're making. What I'm saying is...
No, I'm not. Bro, Albert, I'm asking you a question, and if you're not answering the question, we're having a conversation, bro. I don't know. When did City Football owners become City Football Group? I'm asking you a genuine question. I'm not switching anything. We're conversating. When did City's owner name became City's Football Group?
Zuberi, there are about 13 clubs under the umbrella of City Football Group. And the prime.
When did it become City's Football Group? I don't know when it became that. When was it always City's Football Group? That's all I'm asking.
It started, I think, when they bought.
I don't know when it became City.
I think when they bought when they bought Melbourne and then New York City.
Yeah, one of the New York teams belong to the group. They have a team in Japan. They have some teams all over. When they became, I don't know. All I'm saying is that Zuberi.
All right, so let me give you the facts. No, bro. All I'm saying is I just want to give you the facts because we're talking football business, not football speculation. The topic is football business, correct, Quasi?
Yeah.
This group you're talking about, Albert, let me tell you how that affects the New York City FC. It's not the owner of Manchester City owns that. It's the Yankee. That guy's a partner. The Yankees owner actually have more shares into that club than the City guy. So the City guy doesn't own it. So that's why I'm saying, when was this group formed? So now if they incorporate the Yankees owner into this group, now it's a conglomerate like FSG. So when was that conglomerate formed? That is the question I'm asking you, Albert, because it's important to know that.
If you have all those
but let me land the point. The point I'm trying to land is you can't say Liverpool FC would have owned AC Milan. No, FSG and a partner of FSG would have owned AC Milan. And it's the same for Marseille. So the point I'm getting at is we can't say, oh, it's the Liverpool owners. It's not Liverpool owners. We can't say Liverpool own it. Liverpool partners own it. City partners own Girona.
Zuberi, the City Football Group conglomerate is not like Redbird Capital owning a bit of Liverpool, because Liverpool FC and FSG have nothing to do with AC Milan. You are talking about two separate things.
No, that's not factual. I'm giving you the example of it. So the conglomerate, it's not City owners, bro.
Zuberi, we are digressing. Let me go back to Girona, Savio, and Man City.
No, you are digressing. The business, we're on football business. You're digressing from football business.
Zuberi, it's nearly midnight where I'm sitting. Okay, it's a little earlier where you are. Listen, Savio is the hottest winger in the La Liga. Okay, he's going to Man City for 14 million pounds, euros, whatever. If he's being sold on the open market, that's not his market value at all.
But the window isn't open, so why would he be sold for market price?
He's already done.
Yeah, but it's not, the window isn't open, so you can't go for market price in a closed window.
Whatever it is, it's already done. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's what FSG done. FSG signed players off market, less than market price. We've done the same thing.
Zuberi, I'm saying that if the club
last comment, then we move
part
on.
of your umbrella group, if the club is part of your umbrella group, some of these things are a little easier. That's all. Because if Girona were, say, Cadiz, or they were Celta Vigo, or that guy is going to Man City for nothing less than 60-70 million pounds. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I mean, how much did they buy Nunes for? The other Nunes, the one with the S. How much did they buy that crap stuff for? Almost 60 million pounds.
Okay. Thank you guys for the conversation. That was good. That's how people learn. Because like I said, LFC is a business. Some people say, oh, it's a food. No, it's a business. If there's something is transactional, it becomes a business. You know, players play, they get paid for what they do. That's a business. It's how the owners deal with the business that you could disagree or agree with. But looking forward to what I see with what FSG's plan is, the reason why they brought Edwards. And the thing is, there's also another guy they brought into their fold that people don't talk much about. It was brought a couple of days, and there's a gentleman, I forgot his name. He was voted like, I think they say he has the best visionary or something like that. Young, I think he's close to not even 40 years old yet. And FSG have brought him into their fold.
Is it Richard Hughes? Is it Richard?
I believe so. He's supposed to be the guy who's going to be looking, forecasting all FSG's empire in terms of all the acquisitions, all the sports. So it's not just on Liverpool. And I'm pretty sure he's probably one of
Epstein. That's Epstein.
Yeah,
right?
Epstein. Yeah, him. Yeah, that guy, young guy. I was surprised because at first, I think when it first came out, I was like, why don't they just get Edwards? But the fact that they got that kid and then bringing Edwards in, and then they're going to promote Billy Hogan to FSG CEO International, tells me that these guys got something cooking. They got something cooking, and it's going to benefit, of course, them first because that's their business. And eventually it's going to trigger down to Liverpool. The way things are going, a lot of people not going to understand it. They just want buy more players. I had a conversation with a guy who said he's at FSG out, and I asked him why. He's like, oh, they didn't support Klopp. I said, when did they not support Klopp? And they want to go way back when we had that defense crisis, the center back crisis. And I was like, at what point did they not support him? Well, Klopp was upset. Yeah, he could be upset because players he wanted, he didn't get. Does not mean the owners could not. He wanted Ibu. Red Bull said they're not going to sell. They are still in the Champions League. They're not going to sell. You can't force another team to sell. So the only thing you guys want is Liverpool to go over there instead of wait and pay 30. You want Liverpool to go over there and pay 60, which makes no business sense. So
that's why I wanted. Klopp wanted Klopp wanted Upamecano, right? And Ralph Ragnick told him, "Get Ibu, he's a better player."
And we thank Ralph Ragnick. That guy is also a very good.
Yeah,
he has an eye for talent.
Yeah, he told him get Konate instead. He's a better player.
Yeah.
So you see, the thing is this, Chrissy. For me, I'm looking forward to what that new milieu is going to bring us, because you see, when you talk about buying players, we developed a stand, right? We developed a stand for £80 million, right? And we were about to buy a player for £105 million. A player that we're going to give a 5 or 6 year, a 5 or 6 year contract. So if you amortize that amount of money, you are amortizing it at let's say 15, 16 million pounds a year, right? And think about it in terms of the money you took for that construction loan to fix one whole stand. Brighton sold 2 players and paid for the mortgage on their stadium. They sold Cucurella and Ben White, and they paid for their mortgage on their stadium. So the players are expensive. So if you can find a segue into getting those very players for a whole lot less by actually having, I don't like using the word feeder club because I think it's a derogatory word. But if you have a partnership, more or less a junior partner club, let me call it that way, where you can get 1 or 2 really good players and farm out the rest. It's not a bad idea at all. Like I said, it's more of an upgraded academy, if you could put it that way. Because we sold Taiwo Awoniyi, we sold Nico Williams, we sold is it called Brewster or whatever his name
Brewster,
is?
yeah.
We saw so many of those players, and we have made a crap load of money from selling those players from the academy. I mean, if you tot up the score, we sold Brewster alone for 25 million. I mean, I don't know who the hell decided to make that purchase. Yeah,
Michael Edwards,
it was
man.
the same Edwards guy. Yeah, so I think it's maybe like an upgraded version of an academy, but if people are smart enough to be going that way, why not? It's not a bad thing to do at all. Not at all. You know, we have this Colombian player, I've forgotten his name, who has never been able to play for us.
We had a Brazilian
we
player
have a
that
Colombian. Is it Brazilian? Is he Colombian?
It's Brazilian,
is he Ecuadorian? There's this guy. He has never played for us, and as we speak today, he's still on our books. He's still on our
Germany
books
right now.
We are still paying the guy. Yeah, we are still paying the guy.
He's on loan.
I mean, at one point in time, you need to farm players like that out. And it's not such, it's not a bad deal.
Now, Zuberi, this type of business, real quick, Zuberi, this type of business, I'm not sure. I don't know the logistic, and especially with the British immigration. If let's say we have a club in Brazil, and let's say we have a new prospect, and we're bringing him to Liverpool, does this circumvent the whole immigration situation?
No, because bro, that's what I'm trying to tell Albert, that this other club,
a separate entity.
Its function cannot be Liverpool, and I think Albert kind of realized the feeder club, that it just doesn't connect. So this thing has to be its own thing, and if it benefit us, look at that more as okay, that's not the aim, but if it does, great. So it's almost like the cherry on the top. So if every 2 years we get a gem out of it, great, but that cannot be the focus. The focus can be, let's send the shit players there, or let's, send the Nat Phillips there. That can't be the focus. The focus has to be this thing needs to be running and operating. But Jesus Christ, if there's what's the guy over there that we was looking at, or some people wanted from Fluminense, Andrade or whatever his name is.
Andres.
Yeah, if there's a guy like that and you think he's worth the headache, this is your question now, Quasi. If he's worth the headache for you to go file immigration paperwork and work visa and permit and get him the necessary requirements to come here, if he's worth that, then we go through that process. But the club cannot exist just to feed us, because to feed us, we're then gonna be on the fly. Every year we're putting in work permit for this guy when we can be putting work permit for, I don't know, some other bad boy that's playing in the Bundesliga, or you know what I'm saying, in that league, because that guy may not even be the best player in the league. If you think of it from a supplementary club or a higher level than the academy, you're telling me that club is going to be run so good with a manager so great that every year it's pumping out the best player in that league? Because for that to be happening, that club needs to be performing at the highest level in that league. And the only way it can do that is by competing with the right players. So it cannot work both ways. So every year we're going to take paperwork out for a guy that's not even the best guy in the league only because we can get him on the cheap. So it cannot be that focus when it comes to business. And to your point, it has to be a separate entity. And think of it in what's the fantasy moment, or just fantasize about it. We're gonna have paperwork on the 24-man squad ready to go to pluck to England at any time. Do you know how much expense that is? I'm not a businessman, but Jesus Christ, I don't want that type of bill. I don't want to foot that bill. What I tell you Tuesday, Quasi. So we're just gonna be bleeding money on a club, hoping to get gems. That's like you sending guys into Jamaica, where I'm from, to dig for gold. Gold doesn't exist. I can tell you that right now.
Zuberi.
Yes, sir.
Brighton owns Union Saint-Gilloise. Union Saint-Gilloise runs its own. They do their own thing. Brighton have brought 3 players in the last 3 years from Union Saint-Gilloise to come and play for Brighton. But Union Saint-Gilloise runs as its own entity. They were in the Europa League. So let me just explain that since Brexit, Liverpool will be better off buying a European team, because the immigration authorities in the UK will the immigration system in the UK, as at Brexit, will work better in our favor if we own a European club as against, say, a South American or an African club. That's how it will work. So let me just pluck an example out of the air. If Liverpool went to buy, say, Norgeland or Rio Ave, say, Rio Ave is, they are like a mid-table team in Portugal. So if you get that gem in South America or in Africa and you want to bring him to the UK, and you know that it's going to be difficult to get him a work visa, send him to Rio Ave. Let him develop his craft. And 2 things happens. He develops his craft. He gets better. Maybe he gets to play in his national team. And if he starts playing in his national team, he will get that work permit to come and play for Liverpool if Liverpool want him. If you don't want him, you sell him to somebody else. You can't lose. You can't lose. Norgeland have been selling so many players to the Premier League, to the French league. They accept that they are going to be a club that basically sells. The guy who owns Norgeland is sitting pretty, living in Ghana, enjoying his right to dream things. He's taking the right to dream thing to Egypt. He's gotten some money from Arab contractors. They've built a haven in the desert with that right to dream thing. So he moves his players from right to dream to Norgeland. From Norgeland, they go all over. He sold players to Lyon, sold players to Monaco, sold players to whoever. Sadio Mane was in right to dream in Senegal. So it depends on what model they decide to take. So right now we don't know. So we'll see what happens. And as we speak now, you know, Juventus have now built an academy in Ghana, and this young guy guy was playing for them. What's his name? Wing back who was playing for them. Ghanaian boy. What's his name?
Boateng?
No. Oh,
Stefan Appiah.
Koja Samoa is the one in charge of the academy. When they opened the academy, Agnoli and the coach of Juventus, they were all here. The Fiat owner and the coach of Juventus, they were all here when they opened. It's a massive academy. So it depends on what model they decide to go with. But yeah.
No, that's a great conversation, because I feel like a lot of Liverpool fans hate the idea, even though Liverpool was the original. I mean, now I say Liverpool. FSG Group were the original people who were starting this idea. They just stopped because of finances.
Yeah, because it doesn't work. Well, okay, it doesn't work with the corporations that allow football the platform to happen. What I mean by that is you have the Premier League, you have the different leagues around the world, and then you have the governing football bodies like UEFA or whatever them men are called, and FIFA, them men. Bro, they're saying you can't own 2 clubs in the Champions League. So if you can't have 2 clubs in the Champions League, it's okay for a team like Brighton winning in the Champions League to own another team that's also not in the Champions League and do that lateral movement. Liverpool, we're going in for quads, and we want to be in for quads. We don't have the luxury of that lateral movement, because that lateral movement would be my dream club, Marseille, and then if we have Marseille, I want Marseille in the Champions League, and then we're moving players that way. You don't want to be moving players from going in for a Champions League quad to River Plate Wonder Kid. Like it doesn't translate. The gap is too big. So then you do look at your River Plates and clubs in that league like, oh, it's feeding this because it's not over here. But bro, I don't want that club to be the feeding club for Liverpool. I'd rather Marseille, the AC Milans. So at that level, it's very illegal. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Girona, because like I said, you have an honest manager, you have an honest coaching staff, and you have honest players playing to get in to the top of that, only to hear, you guys might get disqualified from Champions League because of that stuff. So I don't know. I can only speculate. But if man is telling me, go ahead.
RB Leipzig and RB Salzburg both play in the Champions League. Nobody's
yes, but Albert, here's the thing. Yeah, but here's the thing. That rule is a recent rule. That rule hasn't been a rule that predates RB Leipzig and RB Salzburg. So I believe, I don't have the facts, I believe they got grandfathered in. Once Liverpool and other big teams started looking at doing it, it almost looked like, wait, so you men are going to gang up? Let's be honest, none of us fear RB Leipzig and RB Salzburg. None of us fear that team. Salzburg can feed Leipzig all it wants. None of us fear Leipzig. But I'll tell you what they will fear. Can you imagine AC Milan feeding Liverpool? Could you manage Manchester United getting fed by?
Zubair,
go ahead.
The 2 clubs are too big and too bad.
But that's what I'm saying, Albert. That's what I'm saying. So Salzburg and them, man, they probably just got grandfathered in. But what they did make sure, Albert, they made sure the big clubs can't do it. Could you imagine City getting fed by Marseille? Jesus Christ. So what I'm saying, Albert, is Salzburg probably slid in and they just got grandfathered in, because you can't now tell them. And they probably can, Albert. Remember how Roman Abramovich lost Chelsea? It's the entity that governs that league said, we don't want you over here no more. We're gonna force you to sell. So if we make enough noise, like how the equality noise that some other people do, if we make that noise and go, why the two RB clubs them can exist, but Liverpool and AC Milan can't exist, bro? Telling me the clubs are too big is a stupid excuse. Because you're telling me, oh, as long as I'm little, I can do it, but if I get too big, it doesn't make sense. It should be uniform. And you're right, they don't do it because we'll dominate. Can you imagine Juventus linking up with Newcastle, same black and white? Jesus, Albert, we'd have to run up out of here. So
how they going to distinguish the jerseys, man? How are they going to tell who should wear the black and white jerseys?
You know what I'm saying? It's mad. All of a sudden, Albert, we're playing Newcastle, but we're seeing Chiesa on the lineup. We're like, Chiesa's registered in the Prem.
What are you doing here? Yeah. When did you register? He's like, I was already here. And the thing I think with most Liverpool fans, the reason why they're against it is because they think City uses it to wash money. Right?
Yeah, so I don't want us to do the wash money.
Yeah, they're just against it because City is doing it.
Liverpool
City got 13 teams.
We are peasant. We are just
their mentality is like, it makes no sense because
we are simpletons. We are simpletons, bro. That's just Liverpool support. We are simpletons.
They want to keep it simple.
Look, Liverpool supporters,
traditionalists.
Liverpool supporters, we just want to go to Anfield, go and eat fucking greasy food, win the match, and we want to go home. That's it. Eat fucking heart attack chips and heart attack sausages with terrible looking gravy. After we finish eating it, we go home. That's what
win the game. Yeah, but that's the power of Liverpool. The traditional Liverpool fans needs to understand. You call your club the biggest club in the world. You can't be the biggest club in the world and your perimeters is only Liverpool. It doesn't work like that. You want the big players, you have to do business to get to the big players.
Yeah, you see, and another thing, I think that another thing is that a lot of clubs have looked at what Chelsea did and just realized
Chelsea started this. Not Chelsea, but they've been doing it for a while.
Realize that we don't want to burn through £1 billion and get what Chelsea are getting. So let's kind of have let's give it a buck here. Let's try and
No, this is the thing. I think fans have become lazy. Abramovich. If you want to blame anybody, blame Abramovich, because when he came in, he spent money just like Tim Bowley did. The only reason is Tim Bowley came at the wrong time because now everybody got money. Even Luton got money. So you can't come up here and spend all this money and think that, the rest of the league is not going to spend money. Chelsea fans, Abramovich.
But Kwesi, you know that Todd Bowley could actually have spent his money in the right place and gotten the success he wanted if he had been a little bit more. Yeah,
but they didn't know what they were doing. He didn't. He came in thinking that I just have to spend because that's what it was told about Chelsea. Chelsea want to spend money
to buy Cucurella for 60. To buy Cucurella for £60 million. That's nuts.
Yeah, it was poor planning. It's poor planning. Hence the reason why they tried to go after Edwards. And
buy Cucurella for 60. Some of the purchases they made. This guy that they've given to Burnley. That Fofana guy, right?
Yeah,
they paid £20 million for him, and then they paid some millions for that Ogechukwu guy, and
where is he at now?
All over. Goodness knows where he is. I don't know, right? And you see, it appears to me that many of the teams, the selling clubs, if I can use that. When they smell blood, when they smell an idiot, they'll sell you anything at any price because they know you want to buy. Right?
That's the market.
Chelsea shouldn't have paid £105 million for Enzo Fernandez. They shouldn't have paid £110 million for Caicedo. They shouldn't have
they were doing social media scouting. They look through social
Yeah,
media.
social media scouting. And
They
then
look at who's
after
hot,
they
and
bought,
then they spend the money.
after they bought £110 million Caicedo, they're like, yeah, we're going to show Liverpool, buy £60 million
Fabio.
what's his name? That idiotic Ghanaian, Lavia.
Love
Right?
you.
You know he's from Ghana, right? You know he's
Oh,
from
he
Ghana.
is. Mm-mm.
He's from Ghana, yeah. Buy him as well. And the dude can't even get tickets to go and watch the matches at Stamford Bridge. You've paid £60 million for a player who has never even been in a reserve team.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nuts.
And this is
You
the
paid
part where we've been trying to
paid
tell Liverpool
£45 million
fans.
for Cole Palmer. I mean, Cole Palmer is a good player, but
Mhm.
£45 million for him? Why would you want to do that?
That's the English tax. That's the English tax. You know.
Oh.
And the thing is,
And
Chelsea
they have
also
other players.
they didn't
They
have
have
enough
other players on
English
loan,
quarter players.
like Ian Madsen.
Yeah. Well, but like I said, I've told Zuberi we will have a time where we will discuss pure business because it's about to hit the fan, and Liverpool fans, like listening to some of them, have no clue what's going on, and the ones who understand it be like, "Hey, this is the wave of the future." The other ones, you can't stay around like Real Madrid and Barcelona. Real Madrid is owned by a bank in Spain. So is Barcelona. Well, they are in so much debt. Nobody knows who owns it. But But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining today, man. I
Well,
appreciate every single one of you
Barcelona
guys.
have gone bad, man. Barcelona have gone
Yeah,
bad. When you are
that's called
forced to
poor.
buy,
But guess what? And I know Suberi gonna agree with it. We got some Liverpool fans who wanted us to spend money like Barcelona, and they didn't care if we go bankrupt. They said just buy the players. When we get successful, the money will come. Okay, Barcelona got real successful.
the person who bankrupted Barcelona was Messi, man. Messi bankrupted them, man.
Right, Messi and everybody else.
I mean,
he should have taken a share of the club instead of taking a salary. That would have helped him. But anyway, Zoom.
140
are you there yet?
million pounds. 140 million pounds for Coutinho. That's mad, man.
Big up to Michael Edwards.
That's
Shout
mad.
out to
140 million.
Shout out to Michael Edwards. Well, anyway, gents, thank you so much.
Alexander, you are there. You are right. Real Madrid will get there very, very soon.
Mm-hmm. Uncle Albert, thank you so much. Thank you. Hopefully you drive safe and meet the president. If you see my Uncle Henry, tell him I say Wagwan.
No, but it's not today, bro. It's not today. It's next week. I'm what I'm saying? I'm flying out to what do you call it? I don't know if I should call it the headquarters or the factory. Yeah.
Oh, the factory.
Yeah, so I'm going out to the factory. So the president is like, yo, bro, yeah, my office is right over there. Hit me up. We'll walk the line. You know what I'm saying? We can talk to some of these engineers, get shit corrected, get shit fixed up. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, let me introduce you to some of the engineers because, you know what I mean?
You're gonna get hitters though. You're gonna get hitters. So watch your back.
Zuberi, are you in construction?
No. So I'm in power generation industry, but I work for one of the manufacturers, and basically I'm like their senior. What's the title?
Uncle Albert, what you need to do is get Zuberi to Ghana so he could help with some of these power outage over there.
Nah, wait, Akon is from Senegal, right?
Akon is from Senegal.
Zuberi will not survive in Ghana, man.
What do you mean
he's gonna talk shit to some corrupt minister, man.
Oh Jesus, Albert, no man, how you gonna do me like that, bro? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. What you talking about? How much you?
Zuberi is gonna read the news to some corrupt fucking minister, man.
I'm gonna be like, wait, so if I oppress this tribe, I get a mansion? All right, done.
That's what they do.
That's what they do over there. I don't know how you guys survive that, man. I don't know how you guys survive that. That is crazy to me, man. How corrupt some of them guys are.
Well, it's getting better. It's getting better now, but before it was pretty bad.
You know something? The human mind or the human humans have a capacity to survive so many things. They put you in prison, put you in a 6x6 cell, and you survive until you are released. The human mind is very, very interesting. We can live with anything and everything. People learn to, learn to accept
coping mechanism.
Yes,
Yeah.
people learn to accept.
Yeah, I mean, if Arsenal fans are still in the Prem thinking they're big, just like Tottenham fans, I mean, people can go through anything. Because Tottenham think they're a big six club. I can't see it. Arsenal think they're a big club. How you a big club? You ain't even won nothing in Europe. And you've been in business for how long? Somebody pull up Arsenal's history. Jesus Christ. How you a big club, bro? Are you in the top 5 leagues? Nah, that's not a good look.
Zuberi, you know, the UCL pairings are savage, man. Arsenal get to go to Bayern Munich. If they survive, they meet the winner of Man City, Real Madrid.
No, Albert, let's be honest. Albert, let's be honest. That is what the big leagues is.
Yeah.
So if Arsenal can't survive. Now, Albert, think about it. We went to the final by slapping Messi 4-0 at home. Can Arsenal do that? No, so they're not big.
I know. Now, if they want to be big boys, now they have to have big balls, right? Like my favorite wrestler, Ric Flair says, to be the man, you have to beat the man. And to beat the man, you have to be the man. Arsenal want to come tough. Go through Bayern Munich, go through either Man City or Real Madrid, and get to the final and meet somebody and beat that person. Now we'll talk. Then you get to appreciate the team that has won 6 of those. Stop shit all the fucking time.
You know them though, they're gonna win one and take that one is equal to 6.
The funny thing is, if Liverpool hadn't been banned for 6 years, we would have won about 10 of those, you know. Because at that time, Liverpool was the best team in Europe by a country fucking mile. They get up every time they're talking Liverpool, Arsenal this, Arsenal that. Now you have to beat Bayern. If you survive Harry fucking Kane and Jamal fucking Musiala, you get to fucking meet. And I think Real Madrid will beat Man City. I think Real Madrid will beat Man City. But
I don't think City. City is not strong enough for Madrid. Madrid attack is too potent.
And then you get
they both don't have a good defense, but Madrid's attack is way potent.
Mr. Jude ain't playing, bro. Mr. Jude ain't shitting around, man. Then unless he has a red card, you know he meets Arsenal. He touches Arsenal. You know he does that.
Anyway, Uncle,
fucking Ben
you
White,
gotta get out of here.
Ben White is gonna have, cool. Ben White is gonna have that little idiot to deal with the whole four. You know, thing is, if you're gonna meet them over one match, anything is possible. Over 2 legs, you don't beat them. Not possible.
And then you finish it at their home. It's not gonna happen. But anyway, big up to everybody in the chat. Alexander Laws, Redbird. Thank you guys who came through. Canel, appreciate the Canel coming through. Uncle Albert, you know, he's gonna go to bed after eating some fufu and kenke. So we appreciate you guys. Peace.
Man, if you eat kenke at this time, you won't sleep, man. Too late. Good night, bro.